So this guy, this is right next to the camping area. He's moving dumpsters back and forth, repositioning them. Is it really that necessary to have that noise going to do that? There's not a soul over there but him doing that, dumpsters back and forth. That thing is blaring throughout the whole campground. I mean, I understand he's working, got to get that done, but holy cow. I like the old days better. Hey guys, Common Sense Outdoorsman. I'm going to try to get a video going for you here. I'm here actually on the Air Force Academy, Colorado Springs, at their family camp. And really nice camp spot. They have a really nice family camp. Just love the Colorado landscape. You can't beat it. But this is how you do it when you're on the road. So I'm trying to get situated here. We're gonna go over a Drachenader red rock knife. Got the tripod. I'm gonna figure out the sun, and we'll take a look at this knife and give it some use, and let you know what my first impressions are of it. Well, I don't know, but this looks like a good Colorado spot for a knife video. What do you guys think? Oh look, wow, there's a spot right there. All right guys, so the company Drachenader, here's the box. Always like to show the box. Nice box. Show you everything that they have on the box about this red rock knife. You can stop the video and take a look at that. Information is always good, and I hope I got the sun right. You may hear voices in the background. I'm in the campground. And what they sent with the knife is a nice little cleaning cloth and a tool for, I guess it's just a screwdriver and an Allen wrench, so I guess you can use it on the Kydex sheath. The Allen wrench does not fit, and my paperwork is blown away, but the Allen wrench does not fit the hardware on the knife handle. So yeah, I don't know, but they sent that. Comes in the box, nice spot for it. So really nice presentation. Take a look at the knife really quick. And this is a Nessmuk type knife. They call this their survival hunting knife, I think. My paper just blew away. It is on Amazon, and it is right now, it's discounted right now as of I'm making this video. I think you can get it for like 28 bucks. This is D2 steel. It's painted black. It looks just like a normal epoxy coating. Some jimping there. A nice G10 handle. It looks well done. And if the D2 is heat treated properly, it'll be a good knife. Nice thick handle, but it's not that wide this way, and it's contoured. But for my hand, it does kind of hug your hand in there, so it fits my hand. I wear large / extra large type gloves. I do wish it was a little wider this way. I could you get a little better grip on it. It's not a loose grip, but it is, you know, I would like that a little bit bigger. But small lanyard hold, you could probably stuff some paracord through there. I have not taken the handles off yet. Not sure. I don't remember what the HRC is on the heat treat. But good. It looks like a good skinning knife. That Nessmuk blade shape. Of course, I'm going to use it on some wood. And you know, it's kind of small for a draw knife. I think the total length of this knife is 8.23 inches, and the blade, I believe, is just under 4, if I remember. But I'm going to put it to some use, see how it feels, see how she does. and fits really nice in the Kydex sheath. Very tight. You can hear the snap. It does have the thumb push off. Okay. It has the Tech Lock like belt fastener. Okay, seems to work pretty good. Snap it closed. It has the push button on there. You push the button and it'll come open, and so you can move that around on the sheath, of course, and you can scout carry it, vertically carry it, weak side carry it, however you want to set up. So very good setup. Very lightweight. It doesn't weigh a lot. I'm going to say, let me put it on my scale here, I'm going to say the whole package is probably, geez, that's got to be 6 ounces, or you know, maybe even a little under. And the knife itself, I'm going to say, is probably, it's got to be under 5 ounces or around 5 ounces. Not very heavy. Okay, you can see the details on the Drachenader website or on Amazon. But let me get out there in the woods and put some work on this. So there's the Red Rock sitting on my belt, vertical carry. It is kind of high, if that's, some people like to carry it that way, but it's nice and secure on the belt with that Tech Lock like belt fastener, and then you can simply put your thumb there and pull it right out. So it works very well, clicks on in there. And of course, here in this area, we're in just a pine forest. All there is pine wood. So the first thing you know, when you're testing a knife, first thing you've got to do is prepare to baton it. So got a piece of pine. Smell that center there. That's some fat wood in there. Smells delicious. But the first thing you got to do is you got to clean your baton. And I make simple batons. I don't shape them and make a little handle, and I actually like a fat handle. But anyways, if you're gonna use a baton, you're gonna want to scrape it clean at least. And let me show you this knife, nice and dirty now, the Drachenader Red Rock. It's got the edge was sharp. I forgot to cut paper on camera. Try to do that more. The edge is sharp. To me, the edge itself, the actual cutting edge, and this is a flat ground Nessmuk style. Okay, it's like a it just has a little offset flat at the top, and then it goes flat from there, so it's not absolutely 100% full flat. And then it's got the relief edge, or the final cutting edge down there, which for my taste, for a small knife like this, or a smaller knife, that edge is a little fat. And of course, you know me, I'm going to take that down. I like to get it probably with this small knife less than 20 degrees on each side. Right now I'm going to say it's probably closer to 25 degrees on each side. Okay, so but it is sharp, and it will clean your baton off. Hopefully this baton works, because I cannot do a knife video without batoning something. For all you knife enthusiasts who think it's a sin to baton, I like to try to bring you to salvation and show you that batoning a knife is a perfectly good, reasonable skill, used reasonably out in the wilderness. And I know a lot of people that I never had to baton wood. Well, you know, you may want to. You may want that nice, clean, oh sorry, I'm kind of out of frame there. You might want that clean cooking firewood, and you might need to, you know, get to the inside of a log like this, and you want a nice smokeless fire for a little cooking. You want to clean that wood up, and so you may need to baton it. And guess what? We're not always carrying an axe. Sometimes you just got your little knife with you, so. Yeah, you can hear the train in the wilderness here. This is wilderness train area. All right, so I don't get too crazy with cleaning my baton, just kind of clean it up a little bit. So yeah, I know I got my glove on, but the handle is without the glove, it's quite comfortable. The G10 is got some decent traction to it. So yeah, I kind of like that. All right, so let's get this done. Let's do what you guys are here to do. Ooh, bomb's going off. And let's see how this thing batons. This is all pine. That's all I got here right now. Well, yeah. All right, that's kind of an easy piece. Let's go a little bigger. And this one has a knot at the bottom, all right? So, well, let's blow through the knot at the top, see what happens. Oh yeah, not a problem. Not a huge knot. Now we'll put the knot at the bottom. So see, here's the lesson. If you if you split your wood with your knife like that, small wood, and that's not crazy for a knife like this, it's a full tang knife, D2 steel, and you get these little pieces like that, you clean them off with your knife, and you're going to have a nice little, of course it's pine, it's going to be pitchy and smoky, but if you're using a hardwood, you're going to have yourself a nice clean little fire. That's why some people like to baton. And of course, the old reason, if it's been raining for days and you're trying to find dry wood, it's one way to find dry wood. You just split it and you get to the dry wood on the inside. You may want to, you know, you may be making a Dakota fire pit and you just don't want to be seen, and you want to stay kind of covert, and you don't want a lot of smoke, and you want to use clean wood. You don't want to be grabbing stuff with your hands and breaking it all full of bark and big dirty chunks of wood and burning it. You're going to do that if you need a survival fire, okay? Yeah, if you need a survival fire, you find what you can, find some tinder, get it started, and get your fire going, because you need a fire as quick as possible. I understand that. If you're an outdoorsman and that's all you're doing is just building a fire to stay warm, you don't care about the smoke, or you want a survival fire, yeah, you're going to burn whatever you got. You don't need a baton. But there are reasons for batoning wood, and there are reasons for doing it with a small, lightweight knife like that, because chances are you're going to have that knife, okay? So let's go to a little bit of a bigger piece. Now we're going to really get crazy. I don't know, what is that? That might be 2 inches in diameter there. I don't know. About 2 inches, but let's see if this little red rock can get through this. Yeah. Yeah, so batoning a knife, that should be for everybody. All right, so also with your knife, what you can do is you can make feathers. Okay, so why do you need feathers? I've never made feathers. I just gather the pine needles, and yeah, you can do that. And I've done that. But some places on the earth, you're going to find very little bit wood and not a lot of stuff that's lying around to use as tinder, and you might need to make some on your own. Plus, if you make knife videos, you need to do something with your knife. And a great thing to do when you're making knife videos is making feathers. Okay, let's see how this, like I said, this knife, the edge is a little thick for me, but let's see. And this is a rough piece of pine, and that dark line in the middle, if you can see that, that's fatwood right there. That, oh, delicious. I love that. Yeah, okay. So this fatter edge knife, look at that. See, this wood is silky there because of that, I guess I should say oily, because of that pine pitch. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Small curls. Okay, I didn't really prepare this wood perfectly to make some feather sticks or make curls, but let's see, while we're doing this, let's put this here, and let me tilt the camera down a little bit, and let's see. I'm gonna say the spine on this, you're gonna have to do a little bit of something to it to strike some sparks. Yeah, well, the tip area towards the tip is a little sharper. Let's see. I know I got a fire steel here somewhere. Oh yeah. Let's see if it will get sparks to begin with. Oh yeah, with that, oh gosh. Yeah, towards the tip. Oh, real good. Let me see if this will go up here. It's a little pitchy. I might get lucky. Or I might do something stupid. This is live, guys. For those of you who've watched my videos in the past, yeah, I don't stage stuff. I just, whatever. Oh yeah, this is throwing some sparks. I would need a little bit more finer feathers. I would have to make some scrapings with that sharp spine, and well, I can try that real quick. Let's see if I can add some scrapings to that. Why not? Sorry, a little bit of a longer video. That's rough. It's not really. It smells pitchy, but it's kind of dried up there. The wind is blowing. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta give you the excuses. I don't know. Let's see. Come on. Let's see if that'll do anything. Sorry for the boring video. Yeah, that pine pitch right there is not very good. But the key message is towards that tip on the back of that spine, sharp enough to strike a ferro rod, no doubt. All right, here's a dried bottom piece off of a living pine. You know, the dry stuff at the bottom that you're going to use, you're going to break off to make your fire because it's so dry. There's some people behind me over that ridge. I know that's a work area. There's some dirt piles and some tractors over there. I don't know what's going on over there, but somebody's right behind me if you hear some stuff. But let's see how this carves on some really dry pine. Yeah, the edge, I'm definitely going to thin it out, but it is sharp. Can you hear it's like car doors or truck doors opening and closing over there? I don't know this area at all. This is I've been to the Academy Family Camp, Air Force Academy before, but I have not been at this spot, so I have no idea. But yeah, still carves good. Does need the thinner edge. Notching, and it has been comfortable for me. Yeah, definitely needs a thinner edge. Boy, that wood is dry. Let's notch on a better piece to notch on here. This is a little softer. Yeah, I still like a bigger handle, but if you like a smaller handled knife, smaller knife, this one is pretty good. And especially your that belly at the tip there kind of gets fat there. That really needs to be thinned out. And I think you know, I know if you're using it as a hunting knife, a little thicker, because when you hit bone and stuff, you don't need a real thin edge. You're not working wood, but yeah. Yeah, you can do some bushcraft tasks with it. I think it's okay. Not ideally suited for that, but you can do it. This knife has a tip. It's a nice thick tip. I don't know if you got to look at that. Very thick, and because of the Nessmuk design, there's a lot of steel there, so it's strong. I would not call this a weak tip, and you would be able to use it with confidence, I would think, as long as this D2 is heat treated properly. D2 can be a strong steel. It can have, it's not the toughest, but if you heat treat it right and you do cryogenics, you can put a little pressure on it there. You can have a nice, strong, durable, reliable knife with D2, and you'll certainly have that edge last on it long enough to clean your game. All right, here's a knife task that everybody should also do. Now, I'm going to throw this knife at this tree. Now, I'm not a skilled knife thrower, nor do I throw knives, and nor actually do I think you should probably throw your knife at a tree or at anything, because chances are you're just going to end up losing it, unless you can, you know, you're so skilled that you're not going to lose it. But the main purpose for me doing this is just to smash it on a tree a little bit and just to test the durability. I don't know, what else can you do? I'm going to throw it at the tree. I'm not even going to try to stick it. Let's see if it sticks or not, but I'm going to throw it a few times. We'll see what happens. Probably won't stick. But we want to see how durable this is. Bang it up a little bit. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to get a little closer and try to straight throw it without it turning over. See if I can. No. But the point is, point is, yeah, banged it up a little bit, but the handle is still tight. You know, when it hits the ground here in Colorado, you can ding it on some rocks or whatever. I see some wood boogers on there, not a lot of anything else but that. So yeah, edge is okay. Yeah, not a full knife review. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna use this knife more and come back to it and give you final thoughts sometime in the future. I like to do that with my knives, but so far so good. All right, let's do this. I haven't been over that ridge. You can see the dirt piles in the back. Let's walk over there, take the camera, and let's see what's going on over there. All right, it looks like we got some piles of reclaimed asphalt, I think. Looks like it over there. And I think the banging in car doors and stuff is beyond that fence back there. So they're further away from me than what I thought, but okay. Well, that's what's going on over here. Not a big deal. All right, guys, the Drachenader Red Rock knife. A good little video to get me started here again in Colorado. I do like this knife. The candle is comfortable. Okay, like I said, it does grip my, it does snug my hand in there. I don't see much of anything I don't like. I usually don't like the Nessmuk style of blade. To me, sometimes it just gets in the way, but as an all-around camp knife, hunting knife, stuff like that, it seems to be good. The steel seems to be tough enough. I'm going to use it more to finish the review in the future. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Nice grind. I will thin out that edge. And yeah, so far, there's the thickness of the handle. So far, so good. All right. Common Sense Outdoorsman, guys, thanks for watching. A little bit of a comeback video here for me. I hope to do many more in the next 4 months in Colorado. You guys have a great day.